Hey, what's up guys, Boost here and welcome back to another Digimon gameplay video. Today I have a match from locals between Jimmy on the left, who is piloting Machinedramon, or Chaosdramon, whatever you want to call it, against Chris, who has been on the channel many times before, playing the deck he's always playing, which is Blue Flare. And both of these decks got support in the recent BT11 set, so I guess this is a little opportunity to see which of these decks got the better support. And, well, honestly, that's not the real correct way to put it, because I guess Machinedramon did get better support in specifically Analog Man, right? However, Blue Flare was a better deck to begin with in the previous format, I think. So we'll be seeing if the Analog Man alongside the other support actually manages to, somehow do something about that balance. And we'll see which of these decks is going to take it. Honestly, before I saw this match, I wasn't really sure which deck would have the better matchup. However, as you're going to be seeing as well, this matchup is actually extremely one-sided. But yeah, I don't want to spoil yet how or why. Let's just look at the game. For now, Machinedramon is actually building up the stack, which is something the deck does now in the new set, because it has the new Machinedramon from BT11 as well. So it actually makes it nice to build up the actual stack instead of just hard slamming down the Machinedramon all the time. And here we see the Analog Man come down, which is really nice. It's both consistency card as well as, it's always able to put you to 2 memory, which is very important for the Machinedramon deck, because you can't drop the Machinedramon if you have just 1 memory, since it does require you to have 2 memory, since it's 12 to play, and then, you actually gain memory after that, so it's not like cost reduce or anything like that, so you do need the 2 memory, which is very important. He actually doesn't use the Analog Man here, maybe because he plans on memory choking somehow. I guess not. Just going to play the ZeigGreymon there to draw some more, pitch the BT8 ZeigGreymon there. And we see Blue Flare go to, oh, I said memory choke, but of course that's not possible, since Kira is on the field. Greymon's going to swing in, and this is really, I think, where hits into the ZeigGreymon, but there's nothing to de-evolve the field. But yeah, I really feel this is like where Blue Flare shines, because it can really just play a rookie rush strategy pretty much. And yeah, this is actually just going to be game unless the Metal Greymon dies to security here, because he's going to swing for 2 checks, and then the Dracomon is actually going to be able to swing for game if he lives, and he actually does, so yeah. That's going to be it for game 1. Very, very fast game, but you have seen how long this video actually is, so definitely the 2 games after this are not going to be this fast. But yeah, Blue Flare just kind of rookie rushing in and closing the game out like that. Going for the mulligan there. Hatching Vanyamon, go into Madoki, so Machinedramon opts to make Blue Flare start. And it is nice to make Blue Flare start, because they will oftentimes give you a lot of memory. And having a lot of memory is of course very, very nice, because it does allow you to do a lot of stuff. And the Machinedramon deck does, to be honest, require a lot of memory to do stuff a lot of times as well. So it will possibly allow him to build up a little bit of a stack, as well as go into the Analog Man if he has it. And we actually see that the Blazing Memory Boost doesn't hit the Kyrie there, which, if I play against Blue Flare, that literally never happens. I always hit the Kyrie, and I'm sure everybody watching this has the same experience as me. But we actually see it, well, it didn't whiff, right, but it didn't hit the Kyrie. And look, Youth coming down, going to pick up the Gardamon, which is fair, right, because the level 5s might as well be in the trash, because that's where you're going to put them in the stack anyway. And the Gardamon might actually come up to a hard player to Digivolve into in the back. And we see Chaosdramon come down here, which is going to be able to de-Digivolve, but there is nothing to de-Digivolve. However, it is just going to be able to put some level 5 machine cards with different numbers under it to be able to protect itself. And yeah, that's it pretty much. It's also not able to be stunned by Blue Flare right now. The Machinedramon deck can definitely play pretty well into Blue Flare, because you can just sit on that 1 stack, right? Which I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing here. There is no real reason to play into having 2 Digimon on the field. And it has so many resources that Blue Flare also won't be able to stun it, as long as there are not 2 Digimon on the field. Except for with the... Does the Zeig? No, I don't think the ZeigGreymon stuns. I think that's the Shoutmon DX I'm confusing it with. Yeah, it's just going to evolve the ZeigGreymon there after Blue Flare does some searches, and then the Chaosdramon is going to swing in. I think it can attack over Digimon because of the Metal Greymon, and then it also does piercing and double checks, if I'm seeing the sources correctly. Yeah, going to hit into Akira, but it doesn't really affect the game state that much here, since, you know, Kira was already on the field anyway. And now he's going to end the turn by playing the Analog Man. And you're going to be seeing that's actually one of the reasons why I honestly feel this matchup is, unless it goes as it went in game 1, this matchup is almost unwinnable. Because yes, Blue Flare has a really good time just stunning a lot of Digimon. However, you can block stun them, but the Analog Man just allows you to redirect the attacks, and that way they can still sort of block the attack, right? So yeah, that's pretty rough. We actually see the new Triple Tamer, or whatever you want to call it, come down, which I think is a very strong card. It's functions as Kira in the same way that you can suspend it to Digicross with sources from Tamers, and then it's also sort of a consistency card because you can put a Blue Flare card under it, or Cross Heart, and then draw a card and gain a memory, so definitely very nice. We see just Chaosdramon. Okay, so 2 very quick games here. Chaosdramon take care of the last 2 security, and then the, what's it called? Attack of the Heavy Mobile Machine Digimon or something like that, and to go into the Machinedramon, which will have Rush as well as Bullets, I think. Yeah, I think that's it. So that's just going to close out the game, and now we're actually going to go into game 3, and you're going to be seeing that this game is going to take a pretty long time, because we still have 3/4 of the video time left. So yeah, this is going to be super grindy, and here we're really going to see which deck is favored once both the decks have their setup. But yeah, Machinedramon slowly building up there. Went to the Guardramon first, and now going to the Metal Greymon, where Blue Flare just went into Dracomon. Then he can draw a card from the Dracomon when a Blue Flare is played, as well as review the top 4 and add 2 Blue Flare cards. And he's going to add the Chaosmon and the Kira to his hands. And we'll see if the Machinedramon stack's actually going to move out, and it will. It goes into Chaosdramon once again, and I think it can put sources from the hand as well, yeah. We're just going to do there. Wanyamon is going to get hatched. Evolve to Gaiosmon. And now, once again, there's just 1 stack on the field, so the Blue Flare deck really doesn't do that much if there's just 1 Digimon on the field. However, it can definitely just Rookie Rush at this point. Or at least try to. But yeah, he seems to be really digging for pieces here, so he doesn't want to swing in with the Dracomon. He really wants that add and then the draw. I honestly think it's always better to do the Dracomon effect first and then do the Greymon effect, since you know, you always want to see the random card before you search. That's just better, because you can use that information to know what you actually want to search. Whereas if you search first and then you draw one of the pieces you search, you're like, oh, that's unlucky, and you definitely feel like first doing Dracomon, then doing Greymon there is a little bit better, which he did, I think, in the turn before, so I'm really not sure why he opted to switch it up for this turn, but this is what it is. We actually see, we saw it in the last game as well, the, man, what's it called? I can't remember the name. The big guy, Ragnarlordmon, right. So, you know, that's definitely extremely strong if Jimmy manages to build up 2 huge Machinedramon or Chaosdramon stacks, and then just go into the Ragnarlordmon, trash all of the Blue Flash security and attack for game, so definitely very powerful. However, we saw it in security now, and I'm really not sure if he is playing 1 or more than that. I honestly wasn't paying that much attention when we were playing locals to the deck, so I didn't really see it and was able to ask, but I'm a little bit curious, but I expect he's just playing 1, to be honest. Not really sure how much room there is in the Machinedramon deck. And another Unlockmon is going to come down. However, he does have 2 Digimon on the field now, but even with the block stun, he's still going to be able to, in parentheses, block twice because of the Analog Man effect. So, definitely think it's going to be rough for the Blue Flare deck, especially since Blue Flare really struggles to get over really big Digimon like the Chaosdramon here. We see ZeigGreymon come down here to draw 3 cards on play, which is definitely nice. Chaosmon is going to swing, which is going to get blocked by the Guardramon, which I think is fair to, you know, use the Guardramon block while you can. Since once the Metal Greymon comes down, it's just going to be... Oh, actually, it's not going to be stunned. No, my bad, because it does have 3 sources. No, it does. Well, derp. It has 2 sources, so yeah, it would definitely get stunned by the Machinedramon. However, still no Machinedramon here, so the Guardiamon is going to see another day, even though it can't be used to attack, right? And now the Endlock Man is going to discard to gain 2 memory. Definitely very nice. Evolve the ZeigGreymon in the back again, and then the Chaosdramon is going to swing over one of the Deckardramons, which of course is going to material save, or not material save, but just save under the Kira. And now Machinedramon is going to come down. He puts 5 swords under it, 2 times the Machinedramon, which I don't think you can, but he's going to, yeah. I was about to say he's going to catch it in a second. He's going to replace it with the new ZeigGreymon, which gives it reboots, I'm pretty sure. And now he can potentially, if he wants to redirect the attacks to 2 stacks, Ice Wall going to be played and then going to go for the Blazing Memory boost. I assume he's really digging for either the Machinedramon or one of the pieces, specifically yeah, the Machinedramon. And I think he picks up both here. So that's definitely good for him, which means he might be able to start trying to actually go a little bit more aggro on the next turn. Because right now, yeah, he can swing, but literally always both his Digimon are just gonna get blocked or redirected to the Machinedramon stacks. So it wouldn't really accomplish that much. And honestly, it kind of feels like the game is already played. I have literally no idea how Blue Flare wants to play out of this situation. Like, even if it can stun the Machinedramon board every turn somehow, it isn't even really relevant. Because again, the Endlock Man is just going to redirect, and then the Machinedramon won't be able to accomplish its goal anyway. But we'll see. Madoka is going to move out. 1 turn too late, I think, since the Machinedramon was played last turn. The Machinedramon is going to finally come down with the Structure Deck Greymon, as well as the Mailbird. Stun the Guardiamon, but like I said, yes, he can swing now, but what's it really gonna do? It's going to pop boost. Going to Machinedramon and Cyber Launcher, which is some new support from BT11. I don't think this is like the best support card that came out in BT11. I think ZeigGreymon's a little bit better. But apparently Chris thought it's worth playing. Just going to change his mind about what he puts in the sources for the Cyber Launcher effect. Going to change his mind one last time, and he does decide to put in the Mailbird, I think. No, it's not Mailbird. I think it's just another Greymon. Now he's going to swing with this with the launcher. Be able to unsuspend because of the Greymon. Yeah, it's the Greymon, right? Able to unsuspend, then the attack is going to get redirected. He's going to go Armor Purge, go back into the Machinedramon, and then evolve into Machinedramon X Antibody, the red one, which is going to give it plus 3000 as well, security attack plus 1. However, there still is 1 redirect left, and he's going to go into ZeigGreymon, which basically evolves for free when it evolves from Machinedramon, if I remember it correctly. Yeah. And this guy is quite big, so can he swing safely without hitting into the... Getting killed by the Chaosdramon? He is going to attack, so I assume so. He's going to redirect that attack. To be honest, even if it's bigger than the Chaosdramon can just save itself. As well as the Machinedramon, actually, by removing 2 materials, right? So definitely a very rough spot for Blue Flare here. Doing a little think. I think they're just going over what the effects are. And then, yeah, so he's going to redirect it into the Chaosdramon and then strip 2 of his sources to keep it on the field, which is going to be the Machinedramon as well as the Machinedramon gives plus 2000 DP. And then the Madoka is going to swing into another ZeigGreymon. And now Chris is going to end turn by going into another Machinedramon. With just the regular Blue Flare sources to... yeah, the Guardiamon was already stunned, so it doesn't really accomplish that much here. I guess the Machinedramon also got stunned at some point. Oh yeah, it was probably by the Machinedramon. Now it's going to evolve into another Chaosdramon, which is very strong because it's going to be able to de-digivolve on the ZeigGreymon. Or maybe if he wants to, he can even de-digivolve the Machinedramon. I have to Depends what kind of route he wants to go. Maybe it's better to just D-Digivolve the ZeigGreymon here, since you can just run over the ZeigGreymon if you want to. So many sources in the Chaosdramon stack. Looks like he's also thinking a little bit what he wants to D-Dig, but he's going to opt to go for the... Yeah, for the... Oh, yeah, that's a very good play, because now if he outs the Greymon, which should be suspended, he's not going to be able to save or material save. Where if he decide to D-Digivolve the ZeigGreymon first, for example, then he wouldn't really gain that much out of it resource-wise. And look, Youth is going to hit Chaosdramon here, but yeah, Jimmy opts not to add it to the hand. Which I'm not sure if the adding of Analog Youth is actually a mandatory or a optional effect. Then again, I'm also not sure, even if it would be optional, why you would not want to pick up the ZeigGreymon here, but maybe I'm just missing something. Goes into the ZeigGreymon. But yeah, this game is just, it's a little bit painful to watch, right? Because Blue Flare is really trying its best to get into the game, but there's just no way to play around this analog man control. So yes, this Chaosdramon stack now is stunned, very nice, but it just doesn't accomplish anything. It just delays the inevitable, because Blue Flare can't break this field. There's just literally no way. And I think in the past that Chris was on like multiple Death Xmon, but as of BT11, I'm pretty sure you cut him from the deck, which is totally understandable. I don't think Death X is good either in this format right now. I'm going to swing with the... This is the Cyber Launcher again. Yes, again, redirect the attack. Arbor Purge. Going to evolve to the ZeigGreymon. Chris really randomly suspending and unsuspending his stack at any given moment. But as long as the players know what's going on, it's fine. Goes into the ZeigGreymon. I'm just going to unsuspend itself. And again, basically evolve for free. But it's basically literally the same as last turn, right? He's doing a lot of stuff and really building up, but it doesn't really accomplish anything as long as those analog men are on the field. And I also honestly think that Chris is like 2 or 3 cards left in his deck. So if he isn't able to close out the game like in this turn or the next turn, then I don't really see how he's planning on winning. And look, you've hit Insecurity. Going to pick up a Gurumon and also a Hero, so good security there. Going to swing again. Redirect from the Analog Man. Ditch Machinedramon and the ZeigGreymon there. And Chaosdramon to pass the turn. Put Jimmy to 3. And now, yeah, it's not possible for Machinedramon to literally close out the game here, but if he just manages to get rid of some of the Digimon on Chris's field, that should be enough to basically just secure that he has the game. Because that way, there's just no way that Chris is going to be able to attack. He will need to attack 4 times next turn. And yes, the stacks from the Blue Flare, ZeigGreymon stuff, it can unsuspend, but it does have to survive the attack, which it definitely won't with the redirect. And I'm not sure how many of the Armor Purge guys he's running, but he won't have access to that much memory, I think, anyway. So yeah, it really looks hopeless here for Blue Flare. Definitely going to be Machinedramon's game, either by actually winning by attacking or just winning from deck out. Which is not the most fun thing to see. And then Hyper Infinity Cannon is going to come down, which I think will get rid of one of the Digimon on the field, as well as the Digivolve 3. And it's going to get rid of, I would imagine, the Greymon. Yeah, it's going to save. But yeah, I think now it's literally impossible to... yeah, there should be no combination of cards that will allow him to attack 4 times now. Or I guess double Hammer Spark into ZeigGreymon into one of the Armor Purge boys. But I know Chris is not playing Hammer Spark. So yeah, this is just going to be the game, right? Very interesting, but also a little bit sad matchup, especially in this last game. The first 2 games were so fast, and then this game was just Chris clinging on to dear life, but it's not really mattering. And yeah, there is the handshake. GG, Machinedramon takes it.